Hey everybody, welcome back. We have completed the first industrial revolution, and now it's time to begin a look at the second industrial revolution and begin comparing it to the first in regards to where it took place, the energy sources, the industries, and the inventions. So to do that, let's go ahead and look at the whiteboard here and look at where we're at. So right here, of course, when we talked about the first IR, we said it began in Great Britain, and there it is. There's my drawing there, Great Britain. So around 1750. When we get into the second IR from 1850 and beyond, basically that's going to be the United States and Western Europe. So the IR will spread from Britain to Western Europe and the United States. And of course there is my picture there of the United States. Sorry, Western Europe, my whiteboard wasn't big enough, and quite honestly, I'm not sure I could have drawn it very well on the board. But so yeah, so Western Europe and the United States is where it's going to spread to second after Great Britain. Let's look in that the energy sources, guys. On a board over here for the energy sources, initially we had water and then coal as the primary energy source. When we move over to the second IR, we're going to get into electricity. Electricity, guys, that will totally, absolutely revolutionize and transform the way people live, work, and play. And now all of a sudden you have an energy source that allows people to do any of those things on a 24/7 kind of basis. So electricity is going to be the primary power source of the second IR. Moving on, let's go back here. We said in the first IR, the industries were textiles and then mining of coal and iron ore. In the second IR, after 1850, the big industries, guys, the big industries, and they're still big today, oil and steel. Oil and steel. Wow, we could go on forever on what that has meant to the world. You think about every single vehicle, every moving part, every machine needs oil, gasoline, diesel, something derived from petroleum. If you think about steel, you think about bridges, you think about skyscrapers, you think about the whole steel itself is just a tremendous upgrade from the first IR when they had iron. I mean, steel is more flexible, it's stronger, it's cheaper, just all around. It's just a much better product. And every type of commercial building you can think of has some sort of steel frame to it. So steel and oil are the key industries of the second IR and have helped revolutionize and transform the world in which we live today. Now let's move on to some inventions, guys. In the first IR, we talked about, and I won't repeat all the inventions, you can see them on the board, but yeah, I mean, pretty much anything related to the spinning of cotton or weaving of cotton into cloth, the steam engine, those were big inventions of the first IR. When you get to the second IR, here we are. Again, my whiteboard is limited. I had a difficult time, just narrowing it down to 4 inventions. But some of those that I put down, you can see right here on the board. The assembly line, which of course, really created by Henry Ford and his Ford Motor Company to help mass produce the automobile, which has totally, absolutely transformed not only that industry, but also other industries that now use the assembly line to mass produce any product. But yeah, I had to put the assembly line up there, the automobile. Of course, the light bulb as a result of electricity. And then of course, Alexander Graham Bell, a telephone, right? Transforming communications. And of course, we can just think about what we have with communications today with our cell phones and our technology that we have in communicating with each other, and how much it's just even evolved since the early stages of the first telephone. So those were some of the inventions I had there. So anyways, that's where we're at, guys. Yeah, so when we get into the second IR, we're talking about it moving from Britain to the United States and Western Europe. You're talking about the major energy source being electricity, the industries, oil and steel, inventions, the light bulb, the automobile, assembly line, telephone, and many, many other things that have helped improve our lives to the present day. So there we go. When we come back together, guys, we will get into next time the social impact of the second IR, and believe me, it was just as big, probably bigger even than the first. So we'll talk about the social impact of the second IR in our next video. See ya.